Hello, my name is Tricia Carey from TENCEL.
And my name is Michael Kinneman, also from TENCEL.
And today we're here to give you an update on what's happening with TENCEL in Denim. We know that there's very complex and challenging times that we're facing with coronavirus, but we're happy that we are together today to present to you what we've been working on in TENCEL Denim and the importance of collaboration and bringing the TENCEL Denim community together. Recently, we featured a new series called Next Gen. This is highlighting the up-and-coming industry professionals that are under 35. They will take on new leadership roles as we face more challenges within the industry. We've also been highlighting for the past 3 years the wonderful families that make the denim community so unique. It's not about one generation, but it's about multi-generations that build together the denim community through our series called All in the Family.
We also started this initiative called Unsung Hero. I think the thing that captured us about the Roberto Gramini story at Candiani really got to us, and we really thought we would look elsewhere in the industry because we all knew people who did great work and really didn't get the props for it. So this one called Unsung Hero. And just to say, actually, Unsung Hero or any of the other ones we do, All in the Family or the Young Gun series, if you've got anybody who you'd like to promote in this area, just get in touch with us and we're more than happy to do it.
Yes, we welcome nominations for sure. We've also been working on an education level within different schools and projects in order to make sure that the next generation of designers understand what is happening in the denim industry as well as what our fibers can bring. And this particular collaboration with Ravensbourne University and the Denim Innovation Project is one that was really quite special. And when everyone was together, I think there was this very strong excitement with the collaboration partners that are here.
Another exciting initiative that happened in the last quarter of last year was the beginning of Transformers Ed standing for education. And the first one was held in London, and you can see the photographs of all the speakers there. And in my opinion, it was a super strong lineup. And so there was approximately 300 students who attended, and they really saw the cream of the industry. I know that Andrew is keen to take this initiative around the world, and the next one will be during the week of what would have been Kingpins Amsterdam. There's going to be an online version of it, and I know that there are plans to do New York and somewhere in the West Coast, possibly LA, and back into Europe later next year.
And if you'd like to hear any of those videos, we have all of the video links on Carved in Blue that you can hear the presentations. We've also been working with our development partner, Genealogia. Our sustainable denim wardrobes have been designed by some students that are in Spain. We've been working with various schools there. And again, the innovation and creativity that the next generation can bring in new ideas. We feel very strongly that this is a way forward.
Previously, we've also been part of the iSchool initiative, and going forward, there are discussions at the Royal College of Art about designing a PhD course purely based around denim. And quite a few people, including myself, are part of those discussions. And hopefully, if we can get this off the ground, it will be a really step forward for our industry to have PhD course. In terms of education, we've kick-started an initiative that we had going many years ago when TENCEL was new in the market. And we did a whole series of seminars back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And from feedback we were getting from the industry, we felt it was time that we resurrected that, because all the training we did in those days, those people were retiring or leaving the industry. The images you can see here is a seminar that we held in Turkey, and representatives of various Turkish companies came along. It was a 2-day seminar, sorry, a 1-day seminar, and we can organize these seminars either for companies or for groups of companies. And we're very much open for people, if they're showing interest, to organize that. So if you are interested in you or your supply chain or your customers actually having a refresher on washing seminars, please get in contact with us.
Then this recent launch of a video channel, which we call Blue Lens, we found that there were many wonderful videos that the denim community, whether it's mills, trend, and brands, were developing these amazing videos, but they weren't quite getting the right amount of coverage. And even when we've produced our own videos, we felt that, you know, there's such an interest in videos for communication and storytelling. And we thought, well, let's put the videos together into one platform to make it easy for people to find denim videos. So we appreciate all the submissions that people have provided with videos, and welcome more videos to be added to this, so that you can visit Blue Lens as your video channel for all things related to denim. Then we also launched last year our Modern Definition of Denim video series. And here we went to many of the experts throughout the supply chain and brands and asked them questions about what they see happening in the denim industry today. There were some amazing interviews and wonderful sound bites and thoughts that this team of people were able to express. And all the videos are available on Blue Lens, and you can also read more of the stories of the collaborators in this series. The Sustainable Development Goals are the basis and foundation for all industries and all companies to use. It is one common language. There are 17 business Sustainable Development Goals for businesses, and these were launched 5 years ago by the United Nations. We look at the decade of 2020 as one of action, and I think, you know, with all of the current events and coronavirus, we realize even more how interconnected we are and the social and environmental impacts that happen. With the Sustainable Development Goals, Lenzing has been focusing on several in particular. We did highlight the SDG Decoded series on Carved in Blue, starting this year, because we felt that there was a lot that the denim industry was doing related to the Sustainable Development Goals. And you can go on to Carved in Blue and read what is being done. And we hope this encourages more participation in the Sustainable Development Goals.
And prior to that initiative, we were trying to see where our fibres, and particularly TENCEL, fitted into the SDGs. And areas where we really quite didn't fit, we actually created new areas for ourselves. So we created this infographic, which has 17 stories, all based around sustainable issues, right from circular economy through to land use and life on land, etc., etc. And so this was really a reminder for everybody who took this infographic about what is special about TENCEL and what is special about TENCEL Refibra. On the back of this infographic, there is an explanation about each of those particular 17 stories. So this is really a really good 101 about TENCEL and TENCEL Rehab if anybody wants to have this.
And you can see on the bottom of the screen, you can always reach us at denim@lenzing.com if you'd like any of this information. Another area that we've been getting asked a lot of questions about is what happens once consumers are done with their garments. What happens to the materials, and where do we stand as far as biodegradability and compostability? And here you can see in these photographs what happens to a 100% TENCEL lyocell indigo shirt after 8 weeks. What is left behind after 8 weeks is the sewing thread, which is not TENCEL, the placket, which is also using other materials, and the collar area. So TENCEL lyocell is certified biodegradable in marine and land conditions, as well as compostable. I think it's very important that there's an understanding of the difference of those two terms. The biodegradability relates to a garment degrading and breaking down, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's providing any benefit back to nature. Compostable means that the nutrients are actually in the soil that makes it better for future growth of other plants. So compostability is actually that it's giving back more to the earth. Another area of concern related to sustainability is raw materials. TENCEL lyocell and the TENCEL model come from trees. And we've been asked many questions over the years about what kind of trees we're using, where are they coming from. And so there's an NGO called Canopy that actually monitors the raw materials of man-made cellulosic fiber producers. So the viscose supply chain works together with Canopy and has annual audits. These audits are also used to rank the suppliers globally, all of the viscose, modal, and lyocell suppliers. And each year they publish their report called the Hot Button Report and give a ranking of the suppliers. So Lenzing in 2019, the report came out in December, is once again leading at the top. And Canopy looks at various aspects. So not only responsible wood pulp sourcing and wood sourcing, that means not having any wood coming from ancient, endangered, or rainforests. It also looks at innovation of next generation of fiber development, as well as conservation efforts. So there's a lot more information related to Canopy, but I think if your company is looking at developing any sustainability standards, this is a basis, and many of the brand partners are also partners of Canopy and have made commitments that they will only source from green shirt fiber suppliers.
So this infographic is not something that where you necessarily need to look at all the detail, but this comes from a story which probably dates back nearly 10 years. There was a textile exchange conference in 2011, and the final keynote speaker of the day was Yvon Chouinard of Patagonia. And he started talking about this initiative that Patagonia was involved with, and it was a group of US brands who were meeting together in secret at that time, trying to come to terms with all the environmental certifications that they were trying to comply with. And that initiative over the following 10 years turned into the Sustainable Apparel Coalition. And from our point of view, it's a little bit ironic because over that period, people in the supply chain, like ourselves, have ended up having to comply with just as many certifications. And this is just an infographic showing you some of the things that our team have to deal with on a daily basis. Very complex situation, and our team now is about 7 people, plus the help from all the categories such as denim. So it's become a huge task for a company like ours.
Next, to highlight what we are doing around the future and development for innovation of upcycling cotton waste. This is textile to textile recycling, where Lenzing can take cotton scraps, post-consumer waste, as well as post-industrial waste, making that into a pulp, which is then blended with wood pulp. And then we add a solvent, as well as a fiber identification, which goes through a closed loop production process in order to produce a new fiber called TENCEL lyocell with Refibra technology. Refibra was launched in 2017 with several brand partners who continue to use the fiber today. And this year we announced that we have increased our cotton waste input into Refibra to 30% with a blend of post-consumer waste and post-industrial waste. In December, we announced our vision for Refibra to go to 50% post-consumer waste by 2024. So just within the next 4 years, we plan to increase the waste content, and now we're looking to add more post-consumer waste. So I know that this is a challenge for the denim industry to reduce the amount of waste. We're looking at ways to bring the consumer into the textile recycling process. And ultimately, we're looking at a space where the consumer becomes our raw material supplier. So many of the mills that participate in Kingpins are using Refibra, and we can provide you with more information about Refibra, and you can also reach out to us at denim@lenzing.com. Refibra technology is highlighted here. We also have worked with Candiani, who received the ITMA Innovation Award in 2019 for mixing mechanical recycled cotton with Refibra in order to have a denim product that uses no new cotton. This is the type of innovation that we can start with from fiber going forward.
So some while ago, I don't exactly remember when, we started talking about the modern definition of denim. And in my lifetime, now that I'm an old man, I would say denim had a very strict definition, and it was 100% cotton. It was sold mainly around 14.5 ounces. And product development in those days was probably changing from a right-hand twill to a left-hand twill. And in those days, even laundry processing was in its infancy. Today, the definition of denim is something which means fibers like ours are commonplace in the industry. And therefore, the fiber isn't exclusively cotton. The dye stuff is not exclusively indigo, and the product that the fabric goes into is not exclusively jeans. And so we have a very wide definition today, which means our industry is more healthy for it. And we hopefully going forward will be able to see that it goes even wider, so that our industry can survive and thrive.
Over the past several years, we've made many creative capsules to inspire the market and how to incorporate the modern definition of denim into what they're working on. These images represent some of the capsules that we've developed with different themes, from TENCEL 24 to sustainable denim wardrobe to blues and hues, and even into midnight blues. So we have an array of archives now that we have developed using our original capsule designs. We also have a group we call Planet Rehab, which seems so appropriate for the times that we have now. And this is using TENCEL and Refibra fabrics with Resichrome dyes. And with Planet Rehab, we've used chambray looks as well as for bottom weights.
So this is part of our latest collection, and this collection we are presenting in another presentation on these 2 days of Kingpins 24 or 48. I don't even know what it's called. Sorry. So this this represents part of our latest initiative. This is called hardware. This was a real challenge for us because it was a category that we really hadn't been in, and we were targeting to get into the vintage denim area. So I would invite you to tune in to that particular presentation to get the detail of that. Within that collection, we had many initiatives. We had photo shoots, we had videos, we had a press release that was in the shape of a denim jean. The origami skill was brought to us by Mohsin, and we also made a mini jean from some dead stock from cone denim white oak TENCEL lyocell denim. So a very rare beast indeed. And we encourage people to send in their photographs of the mini jean from wherever they're going in the world, and there are some of the images right from the Levi Strauss headquarters there in San Francisco to the Jumbo Line building in Lenzing, to the Golden Gate Bridge, and many, many more. So some of you, or all of you who were lucky enough to get the mini jean, we encourage you to give us more and more shots. Maybe even shots of what you're doing while we're all cooked up in our home offices with this coronavirus.
So thank you very much for joining us today. Michael and I are glad that we were able to present and give you an update on what's happening with TENCEL Denim. And we look forward to hearing more from you and when we can finally get together and see each other in person. Thank you.
Thank you.